it's pretty important. I mean, what are we, right? What even are we without love? Like, what is anybody doing anything for any reason? The only real reason anyone is even waking up day after day after day is for love. You know, whether they're giving it or receiving it or hoping for it or observing it, like, that's the motivation. That's the motivation, you know, for this whole train wreck of a humanity thing we've got going on. I just trust that once I jump in, I'm going to figure it out, right? I'm going to know if the work on the canvas is creating something that's meaningful, that's lasting, that's magical, or if I cut my losses and I'm going to paint right over it, scrape it down. I don't take a lot of time to sit in the balance. I don't worry about, who's going to buy this, or is the gallery going to like this, or does this match enough to my other pieces? Is this in tune with, what I've been going for? I'm not critical of the experience that I have in making the work. Just like you can't really be critical of falling in love. You either jump in and let it happen, or you resist. Those are your choices. Ultimately, love is a giant risk. It's a giant risk, just like a painting. You can try to follow the steps, you can try to create a formula, you can try to have a recipe that you do step by step to guarantee an outcome, but it doesn't work like that. I mean, it's an ethereal experience, and why some works are imbued with a magical quality while others are just a painting. I think it's not a describable phenomenon. I think philosophers will continue to debate that as long as we have philosophers, as long as we have paintings. What is that other thing that makes it so magical? It's maybe not so easy to define. And the same can be said about love. Survival maybe is less important. Survival maybe is less meaningful than experiencing that love. When I look at them, these subjects that I think about in a way that separates me from the conventional ideas of that love, I see this whole teeming abundance of feeling. It's intense. It's an intense combination, an intense sort of collection of feelings. And you have to accept some of the unpleasant to experience the ecstasy. You have to be willing to open the door to everything that's going to come in without a guaranteed outcome. You can't manicure love. You can't create it in a laboratory, or we would have done it by now, right? So we'd be all taking our daily love pill. You can't. It just shows up. It just manifests. And it's a risk, ultimately. Just like picking up a brush and putting it to the canvas, I don't know the outcome. I think I know, I never know. I just trust that it'll be okay, and that the time and the materials and everything else that goes into it, it'll be worth it, even if the painting ends up rolled up in the basement forever in the trash or painted over.